Hello, welcome to Oracle of Tides. And like the tides, this message will arrive to you right on its own time. All right, let's get into it. So please don't try to make anything fit. If it doesn't, if it's not for you, skip forward or share it to someone else that might need it. Also, for the person who is like, hurry up with the reading tarot, listen, that's still part of the tarot. Don't drag me. Listen, I love a good banter back and forth and engagement. I think it's fun and funny as long as nobody's disrespectful. So take what you need and leave the rest. And if it's not for you, send it to somebody else, babe. Ooh, all right, let's get into it. What is the message? This is my own personal deck I made. I keep giving these things away. I'm gonna launch them soon. All right, let's see what the message is for today. What is the message really? Bottom of the deck. Androgyny. Top. Doctor. Cult. Currency. Watching that bag. Picking up Pisces. Watching that bag. Also, somebody's about to get an opportunity. I feel like there's someone in burlesque about to launch something. Dancing, contract, event happening. Also picking up a smoker. I don't know if that's where your money is going, baby. Be mindful of traps. Like, when you go into a store, you're like, I'm going in for one thing, and then you end up spending way more money than you want. Also picking up celebrations. So for some of you guys be actually using the money towards like a certain celebration. Maybe it's for like someone's birthday or so I'm getting like a home party. Also maybe for an event. I'm picking up like getting supplies ready to do something. This could be launching a business or something. If so, congratulations. Yeah, but with that also, with currency, make sure that you don't got them evil eyes on you trying to waste your money. Because you know what I'm saying? And you don't tell too many people what you're doing. Because next thing you know it, you have all these fleas. Ooh, I said fleas. Ooh. Listen, haters be on you like fleas, all right? Fees, okay? Next thing you know, you have all these fees coming out of nowhere, like charges. It's like, wait a second, you had this money planned out and suddenly it's going here, it's going there, suddenly you're overspending. You know what I'm saying? That's like people will do money magic over your own finances for you to waste your money. Listen, take a few dollars. If you're not putting it by your altar, take a few dollars, put a candle over it, a white candle, and clears that shit. Cut them cords. Develop a great relationship with money. Talk to it. And I'm not saying treat it like a god or anything like that, but the energy and vibration, and to also, discernment and wisdom on how you spend your money. Sometimes you can pause on something you want to buy and be like, you know what, there may be a better deal out there. And if you want it, hey, if the spirit is leading you to buy that particular thing, do it. I'm just telling you, like, just be conscious of where the streams are going. All right, moving forward. Androgyny. Okay, baby. So besides the obvious male and female, this is also duality with your emotions and your energy. Picking up somebody's living in their androgynous bag, like they are balanced, like Libra energy, but make it balance. Still Pisces. I know we're in Pisces season, so heavy on a Pisces. I feel like someone is like, they're used to water, but maybe they're more balanced in their water, their emotions. They know how to navigate your emotions. Congratulations if that's you, that you're no longer being triggered by people and going off the deep end. Because people will try to trigger you. And listen, we all like to turn up. You keep turning the other cheek, you get getting bitch slapped. You know what I'm saying? But like, big up to those who learn how to master your emotions and the way that people try to manipulate you. That's all over the board. You know, people, if they see you high vibing, you know how people get more angry the more you smile, and so they'll try to nitpick places in your trauma to like lower your energy, and then that's when they got you. Then it's like, ooh, then they can feed off you like a vampire, and then they can like try to, you know, place a seed of instability and target your finances. Heavy on the finances right now. Yeah. We got Doctor Cult in reverse. This feels like a two-headed doctor. Someone is in their two-headed doctor bag. Heavy on somebody diving deep inside their entrepreneurship too. So if you're working on like oils and herbs, heavy on herbs, possibly a root worker. Also with time, I'm picking up time. Maybe you're a time walker. Um, a spirit walker, you know, going between times, astral projection, heavy on that. I'm also picking up writing a book. So I don't know if people have been telling you to write something, write a book, write something, a paper or teaching, you know. And I feel like also for some of y'all, when I say that, it's like, I ain't teaching nobody shit. So, but if you're in that energy where it's like, my magic is my own, I'm not trying to like share it, I feel you on that. But for others, when you know, like if you're hearing like your elders and stuff, like we're in a space where it's like, okay, I need to write some stuff down, heavy on that, then you should do that, documenting and writing stuff down. Keeping track of things. Bottom of the deck, Olokun, netted. What you got? Dive deep in the oceans. Oh, this one literally flew out. Beach reverse, okay. Now, we look at beach, the symbolism of beach. It's a place you could go, obviously, by yourself and as a collective. A beach, you could go, you see the representation of all the elements. You know, the sun being fire, but also you being the spirit. You have the water, you have the earth, air, everything. You can sit in peace and you meditate, but also, who else do you see on the beach? Other people. You start to mingle, you start to connect, you start to, like, you know, share experiences and words of wisdom. It's not so much like the marketplace where you're networking, but it's more so, I would say, off the beaten path in a way, or like when somebody comes, like an adept or someone, a spirit incognito comes your way, and it's like, I want to share with you this bit of information, and then they go about their way. They walk, you turn around and they're suddenly gone, and you're left there on the beach just meditating and thinking and reflecting, you know. And then when you're done, get into the water, you know, symbolizing your emotions. You sat on the beach for a bit of time, contemplating. You felt stable or stable enough. Ooh, stable enough before you jump in and, you know, tackle your emotions. Yeah. Yoha. In Igbo, it's like Chango. And we have the spy, baby, the observer. Let me see. Cross watchers. You know, someone spying to get clues on somebody else. Ooh, picking heavy on that, maybe. I wouldn't worry about it. Listen, people can spy all they want to, but what's for you is what for you. And what they can't access is always going to be in spaces that their spirit cannot go to. Picking up on someone trying to figure out, like, how do they do that? How do they keep winning? What's the next step they're going to do, you know, to, like, heavy on that. Someone is really trying to figure out what your next step is. Like, heavy on that. Searching, like, maybe if I do this, maybe if I do that. And heavy on, why do they keep winning? Why do they keep coming up? I tried sabotaging so many times, you know, and they're getting upset when stuff, you know, start to, like, stuff transmute. Maybe you know how to transmute energy and chaos very well. A bit of an alchemist also, but heavy on learning how to transmute things. And then also, you're vibrating on an energy that they assume that they themselves are on, but they are not, because they haven't learned certain lessons. It's like they've gone to a certain energy and a certain level, but yet they have like this bitterness, and they're holding on to this competitive energy, and not in a way where it's like it's a growth, you know, because there's spectrums, but in a way where it's like you just see it like a bitter bitch, and I mean that male or female, and they're wondering why. Well, bitch, it's you. The call is coming from inside the house, you know. You are your own worst enemy, because while you're out there trying to spy and do all that to people, I guarantee you there's like 10, 15 people looking on that to you. And a lot of times those people don't see their own karma. They don't see like how people are doing them the same way. And in some cases they are. They feel like if this is happening to me, I'm gonna do it to somebody else. Eat or be eaten type of energy. You know. Also, I feel like the energy of that spy, is dwindling. I don't know. Something about them is dwindling. I don't know if they're, and this is not for all of them, because some of you guys are like having spies that are just relentless. They just keep like running to the same wall over and over and over. You know. Yeah. Maybe they're coming to light and they realize not so much they can't run, but they're just realizing something. But by the time they actually realize shit, is going to be too late. There's going to be a separation between you two. Either they're going to move on somewhere or you're going to move on somewhere, and they're going to be like, damn. Also feel like this is like, I'm picking up the age 27, so they could be someone younger than you. Just traveler. Yeah, they're going to learn something once they travel. Hard, heavy lessons. Hard, heavy lessons. On stuff, picking up red and black, picking up tornado, maybe a Oya type energy. But there's someone that's going to travel and learn some hard lessons, and that's not to be spooky. Just like they're just gonna get a rude awakening of like basically their own selves. They're gonna meet their own self in every sense, and no matter what type of I'm gonna change shit up now, they're gonna meet themselves. They're literally going to meet themselves in every sense. And I think what separates them between other people going through that would be narcissism, where it's like they can't see their shit and it's like, oh, woe is me, what is this, whatever, like that entitlement, but still be quick to like do that to others. Or on the other side of the fence where there's like, damn, shit, that was me, you know. But like I said, by the time they reach there, they won't have access to certain people. Also picking up the number 23 or 2 to 3. So it could be like 2 to 3 other people in their lives that they feel like are anchors to them, that hold maybe space for them or patience, and they assume that they're always going to be there, you know. That could be the case, but also the universe could throw them a wild card. But for now, I'm also picking up the energy of someone that's like, I can be a brat, I can be you know, an asshole, I can be revengeful, I can keep doing all this otherness, and it's kind of like, who's gonna check me energy. Heavy on who's gonna check me energy. That's the energy I'm getting. And I feel like when they travel, they're gonna have the same energy, like, who's gonna check me. Now there's a difference between coming into confidence when you're going to new spaces versus like, I'm gonna bring the same bullshit that I did over there over here, and who's gonna check me. And you know, yeah, nobody may not check them. It may take them 2 to 3 years before someone checks them. And lust came out, and it may be in the heart department. That karma might hit them in the heart department where they might be feeling somebody and they get played for filth. And if they're used to being a player, they're used to like breaking hearts, they're gonna get played for filth. I mean, I'm telling you, all that karma is gonna come all at once. All at once. Yeah. It's gonna come all at once. Anyways. Alright. Moving on from that message. Let's see. Let's go into some love. Because that's all you guys really want to hear. I want to hear love. Now, some of y'all want to hear me like, hey, where's this money coming? And what's the next thing I got to do to get out of this bullshit? Or who I got to dodge to get out this bullshit? Honeymoon phase. Someone wedding. Let's see. Let's get some clarification on that. Honeymoon energy. Top of the deck. Narcissist. And divorce. Ooh, the honeymoon is over. Someone is coming to terms that there's a narcissist and they're divorced. Oh, shit. For some, y'all might know somebody like that, or they're being really secret about it. They're probably going around telling everybody that everything is hunky-dory and fine. You know, meanwhile, you know, the cat's out the bag. What's the bottom of the deck? Pregnancy. So they may either be pregnant or they may be they might be trying to birth the plan. or try either actually pregnant, birthing for some birthing and plan. Like they're trying to find every strategy to keep this person. And I feel like somebody is kind of like Libra-ish in the energy. Maybe it's the other person. We can go like either or, one way or the other. And they're trying to like renew this energy so much to like, well, let's give it another shot. Maybe like take a trip somewhere, to another state or overseas or something. Or they could be married to the narcissist itself and they're clinging on to that. You know, sometimes two narcissists will be together, but one has probably finally seen the light and is like, damn, I'm too late. And they're like, listen, I don't give a fuck. And in other cases, they've created a monster. You know, heavy on the pregnancy. Liar right underneath there. Oh, somebody's lying. Yeah, so while they're plotting and planning on trying to do something, so a truth is going to be exposed or someone is lying about. And this also feels like, and I feel like this part is like specific for someone who's saying like someone else is pregnant or maybe trapping somebody in a pregnancy to keep them. Or somebody's like, I'm also picking up a male talking about some other woman is like pregnant or something like that. I don't know. There's some there's some mess there. There is some mess there. I pray that all that gets worked out, but also if it's karmic, get through the karma. Work through that karma. Top of the deck, intuition. Use your common sense. If you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I gotta pull one more. Pets. All right, clarification. In this case, it's like familiars. You know, yeah, cats, dogs, whatever like that, but also like spiritual people coming in, your dream state. Let me slow down because I'm trying to get a billion things out at once. Like cats, you know, for instance, pets in general, but like cats, they can go in between realms. They know how to see things that you can't see. You know, paired with your intuition, listen to your guide, pick up on that. Now, obviously, if you feel like you're all over the place, you know, take a moment, pause, calling your guides and your spirits, and pay attention to your dreams, decipher what is what. For others, you know, check on your animals. My condolences if you lost a pet or you need to take them to a vet. But also with this, I'm picking up like a message going to come to you through dreams. Caution, yeah. You're gonna find out more information. Don't overwork yourself. It's gonna come to light. So if you needed confirmation or if you were thinking about something or along the lines of like you were having this repetitive dream, now mind you, keep this separate from dreams that are because of your mental state or your psyche, you know, like H.P. Blavatsky, like the 7 different types of dreams. You know, you have the dreams that are nonsensical, things that are prophecy, things that are dreams that are being sent from actual people, dreams that are premonitions, you know, etc., etc., etc. So decipher that to make sure that the call is not coming from inside the house in a way where, you know, sometimes you just gotta like chill back and balance out your hormones or your mental state to get more clarity. You know what I'm saying? Meditate and then like sit and decipher. Write it down if need be. But heavy on clarification through dreams. Also pick it up if you because what I was mentioning before, like time, people spirit walking, if you have the gift to like go between realms, you dream a lot, you astral project, you know, message on like wearing white, either burning white candles and wearing white to bed, picking up on like a grandmother energy or like just women in general around, also an uncle energy. Somebody must have been close with their uncle, or there's a tall chocolate man that stays watch by you. Ooh, getting chills on that. Let's see. I know I said love, but listen, the spirit keeps bringing me back to where it needs to come. Okay, I feel like I need to pause on that. Let's switch to this. Because some of y'all are really upgrading on gifts. Excuse me. Going between realms, your dreams might be a little bit active right now. I'm picking up prophecy, like truth. ooh, prophecy, or someone knows how to like a prophet or a prophetess. Maybe not a person who specifically practice anything, but has the gift of sight. Someone coming towards you, a man, a masculine energy is giving me Mars energy, picking up Sagittarius. It could be you, Sagittarius, or an energy, a man or a woman, coming towards you with that energy, or the embodiment of Mars and Sagittarius energy, night. But is he a friend or foe? And also the energy, like the energy itself of knowing how to like bring things towards you. So combining that, oh my goodness, combining that with the skill of like going between realms. Look at that, crossroads. Yeah, somebody knows, somebody's heightened. Bridge, connecting, what I'm telling you. Spirit gonna speak. Living room, that's where everyone comes together. Spirits, ancestral, baby. Get all your heavy on grandmother, aunt, and uncle. If you have like, get your, I'm picking up on like items from them. So I don't know if your altar's in the living room, or it's giving we need to have a meeting. So you need to sit with your ancestors. Amusement park, because they seeing shit that you can't see, and they're fighting a lot of stuff behind the scenes. But as I was saying, like I said, I know I started with love, but it's gonna bring me back to where it needs to go, in constant confirmation. Crossroads, y'all traveling between times, y'all knowing how to bridge stuff, y'all are really upgrading y'all superpower. Sorry, y'all, like this one's about to pop out. Mystic Haven. The voice is all crackly and my nose when I'm reading this, but I'm gonna get this message out regardless. And for others who are finding their tribe and finding other people, I love that. That's beautiful. Picking up the numbers 3 or 4, so we could like a collective, maybe even 5 of you guys. But also I want to say, like, be careful who you tell that you can do certain things, because not everybody's your friend. Not everybody's gonna, when you tell them, oh, I know how to do this, or I've done this, or your dreams or whatever like that, not everybody's gonna be your friend. Not everybody's gonna understand the experiences that you're having. They might write you off as crazy because they can't experience it themselves, or they go back and gossip to some coven or cult and be like, yeah, they know how to do this now, like heavy on that. Ooh, heavy. I don't even got my bell up here because I wanted to shake it, but heavy on that. Somebody, that's where that spy came in. Somebody's going back like an informant, going back to other covens and saying, yeah, they know how to do this now, they knew how to do that, da 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 da. Whereas maybe before they laughed at you and wrote you off, but now they're like, wait a second, things are happening. And and I'm hearing like someone saying, yeah, keep up, like keep up on what they're doing and what they can manifest, because you can't join them. So now they want to keep tabs and keep someone close to you to try to sabotage you. Yeah, they're gonna find themselves in heartbreak. When I tell you, don't even realize it, because they're gonna go through constant love heart battles. Like, don't even worry about that. Your spirits, like your ancestors, that's like they see all the buffoonery happening in the background. Trust. Because a lot of times, some of those same people who want to come and disrupt will be like, I got hands in this, or someone that's more powerful than that they put all their eggs in a basket. Was like, if I don't know, they know. Ooh, someone gonna try to shut me up. Fuck out of here. So I'm gonna keep on. If I don't know, they know, and I know that they're gonna come and mess them up. You know what I'm saying? But they don't know everything. Like, these people assume that these other people that is using them as like a scapegoat, a throwaway, to be a spy, like they're not getting their ass handed to them, and that the spirit ain't watching them, because a lot of them feel like I can just bribe spirit. Now that is the case, but a lot of them feel like I can do that to every single spirit, somebody else's spirit. Like, especially if it's not the same. You ain't of the same culture. Like, heavy on ancestral energy, like in the background, seeing all that buffoonery, and someone wants to say like, you too busy smiling in the face thinking that they your friend. Meanwhile spirit is like, I'm gonna tell you every fucking thing that I see, But you're going to find out after the fact. And they don't want you to, they don't want you to know. They hope that you never find out. But it's gonna come out. And they're gonna try and plot and plan to make sure it doesn't, but it's inevitable. And for some of them, they rather want it to crash and burn for you not to know, and like assume that it's not gonna come back on them, which it will. It's gonna hit them when they least expect it. I'm gonna tell you that. From that last one, it's gonna hit them. So I don't even worry about it. I wouldn't even worry about it. Like, we all got karma to clear, obviously, but people going out their way when you really just trying to like mind your business, and they got to team up. That's how you know you powerful. They got to team up with a whole bunch of people just to keep tabs on what the heck you're doing. Ain't that something? Ain't that you should be honored, I guess, in a way, because let me tell you, people like that, they don't go after weak people. They go after people that they fear. They go after people that they want to try to control. And if they can't control them and have them into their energy, then they'll make sure that everybody writes them off, or they make sure that you yourself doubt yourself. Or they'll plant somebody close to you and be like always passive aggressive about what you got going on. Like, you tell them something good, it's always something negative, or they're passive aggressive with words. You got to really, really listen to them, and for some of them, like I said, heavy on the cross-dresser spy, they're probably like, oh, well, maybe I need to change stuff up now. Shit will always be exposed. Shit will always be exposed. And it's going to come out. I'm heavy on come out when there's distance of some kind. Something's going to happen. And I'm getting 2 to 3 years. Yeah, so if you even have that little spy in you, 2 to 3 years. I promise you. I know that sounds like a wait, but as I say, you give enough rope for people to hang themselves, enough rope for them to be cocky. They're gonna, let me say, even so many things. Listen, nourish. You just gotta keep on nourishing yourself. That's it. Focus on your energy, self-growth, self-focus, soul finding, being inside your energy. That's it. And I know it's easier said than done, because you have bills to pay. You have, like, maybe you're in a relationship where there's chaos. You have, like, heavy on children, picking up a little girl, all these different things happen. It is a struggle, but that is your strongest weapon. Nurturing yourself is nothing more strong than having mental stability, because mental magic is real, baby. A lot of times people don't even have to do a lot of stuff. If you're wavering and they can find a hole to plant some seed of doubt, or just even when it comes to like simple things, how they talk to you or at you, mental magic, baby. It's out there. Chemistry. Ooh, chemistry with yourself. What's this? Foundation. So working on your foundation. This is reverse, but working on your foundation. Picking up Saggy type energy. You might need to exit out some people from your life. They've played their part, or maybe they're just chaos, and no matter how much you can't follow everybody, and they can't follow you. And sometimes you got to leave people where they are, and this goes also across all the boards with all no matter what zodiac you are. Like, there are people that can't, no matter what you say, you can tell them to the blue in the face. They have to save themselves, and that's just a level that is meant and curated for them. Ain't no judgment. They really just have to do that, because we've all have done that. And and you might start off as friends and then later on become enemies. I'm sorry to say, from that growth, or in some cases maybe not just enemies, but you go separate directions. Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's going to be balance, it's going to be peace. Everything will work out as it should. The changing of people, where people are going to be exiting your life, you're now going to be having different forms. Because let me tell you something, this is also feels very specific. If you've been always constant around fake people, enemies, frenemies, or always trying to do the most, you had to now like step back and be like, okay, let me really get my shit together. And once you actually did that, like once and for all, shit starts changing. Either shit started changing for you, or shit is starting to change for you now. things are balancing. The spirit is not going to give you something if they know you're just going to give it away to other people, especially people who want to gaslight you but take what you have. And so as they have those people that has left you in the dust, and hey, it's a learning curve. It's a double-edged sword with that, and kind of bittersweet. Your eyes are open, but at the same time you learned boundaries and your own foundation, and working with that, what that looks like, how that feels like. um Now you're in a space where it's like, okay, I'm here. And so now that the universe can actually receive that, so you'll notice people will be leaving or moving or like disappearing, or for some you might get into even an argument, and you might feel a little a certain way, but for the most part it's kind of like, you know what, you were the last one that had to go. And you'll notice that other energy is coming towards you, because now when I tell you heavy on that, a spirit energy and a woman looking at all that bullshit, it's like, I told you, give it enough time, you see this bullshit. So now that these people felt like they're winning, or they've lashed on to you and they sucked all they can and they're about to go off, whatever, let them. It's not your job. You got to focus on you, because now you have to like really focus on what you have to do. You got your aspect a little bit, we've all been there, and now you have to build. Now if they go off and they are still successful, you can't be mad because you gave it to them. But at the same time, you'll realize if shit starts crumbling in front of them, you realize that they're hiding underneath your energy, and it is not your. And if they come back, don't you dare backslide and try to put your stuff to the side and then go to them and be like, well, let me pour this in you and pour that in you and all this other stuff, just for them to do the same thing. It's like the snake eating its own tail. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. And I'm not trying to be harsh, but and I don't know every last one of you, but I can speak from my own experience, and I can tell you also, it, at some point, you gonna get tired, and spirit will drag you. And I'm gonna tell you, living here in New Orleans, spirit will drag you. You might have expectation of one thing, but they're gonna start to show you some stuff. So when you're gonna be entering this phase, I'm gonna tell you, I promise you, all that energy, all that stuff is like, dang, I got dragged. And you're looking back at situations and stuff, and now you be like, damn, you're grateful that stuff happened the way it is. And I don't mean that in a way where it's like Stockholm syndrome, where suddenly that same person that kidnapped you are in love with. No, you could just recognize that it was a blessing, and that you need to have that chaos to create your own order, and for you to stop slamming your head on the same wall thinking that the paint is going to miraculously change another color the more you hit your head on the wall, or all that. So watch, because let me tell you, spirit set them up. Those people, spirit set them up. Yeah, they're gonna be all their own energy, and they're probably having a realization like, fuck, it's too late, you already passed the threshold. Anyways, I'm gonna pull one more card and let that be that. Clarity. Look at that, confirmation on that. Truth, intention, honesty. All right, as always, takes what you need, leave the rest. Don't try to make it fit. I pray discernment on you. I pray clarification. I pray that you put yourself first. Remember, you belong to you before anyone else. Don't let anybody gaslight you. Be gentle to yourself. If you get down, get back up. Ain't nothing wrong with sitting the spell and just having your tears, being angry, whatever the case may be. Because the best thing to do is get through the other side. So that's it. Like and subscribe, and if you don't find anything for you, pay it forward. All right, loves. All right.